We're in Roma Sur in Mexico City. You're gonna get to see lots of street food. We have tamales, we have chilaquiles, we have tortas. I'll teach you how to order things like a proper local and then stay all the way to the end of the tour because we're gonna head over to Juarez, my new favorite neighborhood. You'll see how the new meets the old, and we'll be making our own Mexican traditional chocolate. Enjoy! We have arrived to our first stop. This is Tamales Doña Emi. This is typical Mexican breakfast. You want to join me? So tamales are typical Mexican breakfast. The fillings are going to change depending on where you are in the country. But what I like about Doña Emi is that she makes combinations like no one else has. Gracias, David. This is called atole. This is a typical drink that you would have with tamales. Think of these as our Mexican version of coffee and donuts. This one, for example, this is a huitlacoche, which is a corn mushroom, corn fungus, and goat cheese. Goat cheese is something that you would never find in a tamal. The second one has pork, a little bit of tomato, and olives. Let's go for the last one. Candied fig, pecan, and cream cheese. It's actually not that sweet, which makes it better because this is all the carbs that you're gonna need for the rest of the day, I would say. So we just left our tamales behind, but we're gonna continue with our carb loading. Chilaquiles are Mexican traditional breakfast as well. Think of it as tortilla chips soaked in like a salsa, and then we put that inside a bun. People from the countryside make fun of us because we always put things in a bun. It's just easier. You put things there, you grab it, you're good to go. This is a city, we're always busy. Hola, Dani, buenos días. What he's gonna do is he's gonna put the totopos, which is like basically deep fried tortillas. He's gonna soak them in a really light green salsa. The bread they use is this. This is called bolillo. He's gonna put a little bit of cream, a little bit of onion, chopped onion. Then he also puts a little bit of cheese, which is called queso fresco. But yeah, that's basically what makes a torta. Muchas gracias, Dani. Not too crunchy, not too soggy, perfect texture. This is it. Favorite carbs and carbs delicacy. We have arrived in Mercado Jamaica, a beautiful, really beautiful, colorful market full of flowers and amazing aisles. One of my favorites as well. Join me. This market is specialized, as you can see it, flowers. They come from all over the country, mostly like 3-4 hours away from here. That's where they're growing. At the end, we're gonna go to the old part of the market, some of the best spots for food, shall we? All right, guys, so this is a stand where they sell lots of elote. Elote is just like our version of corn on the cob. And esquites, which is like off the cob and cooked with like different things like chilies and everything. This is actually my favorite type of corn. It's called cacahuacintle for us, or you can know it as hominy. Either you boil it and you cover it with mayonnaise and cheese and a little bit of chili powder, or you grill it like this one. Today I'm getting the mayonnaise one. Muchas gracias. This is the size of my face. I'm gonna eat it on my own. So tender. All right, guys, so we're stepping outside of the market to meet with my friend Lucy here. This is where it gets a little bit tricky and complicated to order. Most of the things are made with the exact same main ingredient, which is the masa. If it's flat, nothing on it, it is a tortilla. If you fold it in half, quesadilla. If it's rolled up, we would call it taco. Unless it's rolled up and then deep fried, we would call that taco dorado. And same thing with the patties. If it's a round-shaped patty that's stuffed with pork crackling and topped with nopales, which is a cactus that we eat, we name it gordita. The oval-shaped patty that's stuffed with beans, fava beans, or cheese, we call that tlacoyo. Let's go and try at least one or maybe two of them, maybe three. All right, so this is the first one that we're gonna have. This is a quesadilla. These amazing squash blossoms and some cheese. They put a little bit of the green salsa. This one specifically is made with tomatillo, so it's a little bit sour, a little bit tangy. Let's eat it. It's perfectly balanced. The flavor of the blue corn is amazing, delicious, one of my favorite things. This is a gordita. There's some pork crackling inside. It's kind of like a sandwich, kind of like a torta. Very similar color, very similar everything, but the flavor is completely different. I mean, we're cooking with everything, right? All right, everyone, so the third and last of the day, and also my favorite, is a tlacoyo. They make this oval shape, it's kind of like a football shape, blue corn, fava bean inside, and then red salsa on top. That's basically my trifecta. You eat it like a tostada, or like an open-faced pizza, and like this. Go for this one, my recommendation. All right, so we couldn't leave the market without having at least one taco. So we came back in really quick for one of my favorite bites in the whole city. This is it. Green chorizo is very similar to Mexican chorizo. What makes it green is because it's mixed with spinach, poblano pepper, serrano peppers, but we're gonna have the one taco, okay? Muchas gracias. All right, so this is Taco Basics 101. Once you get your taco, you're supposed to dress it. Meaning you have to put a little bit of lime, tiny bit of salt, and then the salsa that you guys choose. So people will always ask you when it comes to tacos, you want it con todo, which means with everything. If you say yes, that means onion, cilantro, and usually salsa. Really one of my favorite bites in the whole city. All right, everyone, those were some of the highlights of this amazingly beautiful market. We're gonna move over now to Juarez neighborhood, which I was telling you, one of my favorite neighborhoods, where you're gonna see some of the traditional things that you might have seen here, but in an elevated, newer version. Juarez is full of trees, as you can see. This used to be a roundabout. Now it's kind of like a square. You can come here and hang out, or you can also come to La Rifa, my favorite place for chocolate. They make amazing drinks, they make amazing chocolate bars. They're amazing people overall. Let's go and get to know them, right? Hola, Fausto.
Hola, Anais.
We're gonna get to see a little bit of the back of the house. We're wearing our caps because, healthy first.
We work with different kinds of beans. Este es Blanco Jaguar. It's from Mostuacán, Chiapas. This is from Selva Lacandona. Y está seleccionando las semillas.
Las buenas, las malas.
Sacamos lo que se puede considerar como pachitas y se selecciona lo mejor para... Después de esto, se tuestan las semillas. Ya después de la semilla tostada, descascarillamos en estas maquinitas. Hay que quitarle la cascarilla, que es una parte muy finita.
Entonces tienes el coco nibs on one side and you have the husk on the other side.
Sí.
It separates them. They used to do this by hand.
Y se le da la molienda. Una semilla de cacao está entre el 40 y 60% de manteca de cacao en la composición de una semilla. Jesús es el maestro chocolatero, el encargado de taller. Ahora vamos a temperar el chocolate.
Esta es mi parte favorita para ver. I love that. Look at this sumptuous.
Voy a empezar a moverlo por la mesa de mármol.
I don't know how he can do this every day and not eat the whole thing. When you think about wine, you think about the grape, the region, and the maker. Why wouldn't you think about the exact same things when it comes to chocolate?
¿Está?
¿Lista?
Sí,
¿Me
¿me vas
toca?
a ayudar?
Ok, a ver.
Vas a detener acá.
Ok. Estoy lista, estoy lista.
Segura. Ahí voy, ¿eh? Ahí voy, ¿eh? Ajá.
Ah, ¿ya ves? No está tan difícil.
Perfecto.
Ahora vamos a pedir una bebida.
Quiero uno lavado con 70% de cacao. Frío, por favor. So nice and refreshing. And it's so simple at the same time, The next place that we're gonna go to is an amazing spot with natural wine. It's a trend right now. Everyone wants their natural wine. Okay, guys, so now we're in Escorpio. I have my friend Bogar here. He's gonna join us. So what do you have for us today?
The collaboration between Garambullo and Vino Barrigón.
So this is a really good collaboration between two houses that are focused completely in natural wine. So what can you tell us about the shop?
Scorpio opened last December. Natural wine shop. You can find Mexican wines, Austrian wines, French wines.
All right, so I have the perfect pairing for this. I know a place that's around the corner. He knows that this is the best pairing, even though he doesn't do it himself. which are these amazing esquites. We saw them in the market. Esquites is the corn kernel that's cooked. This one has some meat, mayonnaise, cheese, and salsa macha, which is amazing. And I would say this is the best combination ever.
It's very good.
This is a lovely place just to spend an afternoon. A little bit fancy, a little bit of classy. Why not? We are here at the end of our tour. The last stop will be this place that's called Masala Maiz. A little bit of African, a little bit of Indian, a little bit of Mexican. Tell us a little bit about Masala Maiz.
Masala Maiz started 4 years ago as a research project between the movement of ingredients from East Africa, India, and Mexico.
I always think that coming to their place is like going to their house. Like a little bit of inspiration from everything that they know.
The food that we're cooking here and what Norma and I are sharing is this mix of art, food, and social justice, but filled with a lot of love. We look forward to having you guys at the table with us.
Hola, muchas gracias. All right, you guys, this is what I was telling you about. This is the perfect combination between all of these influences from the outside and the Mexican stuff. This is infladita, which is something that we would use, like it's corn-based, and we would find in lots of places all over. The idea here is to mix everything. I'm gonna do my best. It's always messy, but you know, like really good food is messy, always. The veggies are fresh, the spices, the kick of the cumin, the cinnamon. This is what you come here for. But,
Y aquí te traigo un postrecito. This is a nicuatole. It's corn masa with seasonal figs, pomegranate, and pomegranate syrup.
love it. Thank you so much, Norma. You see the texture here? This is so soft. This is bomb, you guys. This is, I think, the best end to the whole day. The only thing that could make it better, a little bit of wine. All right, guys, that was the end of this amazing, amazing day full of really good food. This is just a preview of what you can find here in Mexico City. Thank you all for joining me, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you here in Mexico City next time. Bye-bye.